In our series of question paper solving, sample question paper by CBSE, we are continuing with the questions. So we have already seen that two parts are there, A and B. In part A, section 1 and 2, in part B, section 3, 4, 5. So today we will solve the question number 1 to 21, MCQ, short answer or very short answer, that is one word answer or one line answer, or MCQ we will solve today. So this is our question paper and these are the answers which are given by CBSE. So let us solve the questions. Find the invalid identifier from the following. Now already we have seen in our last videos what we have seen, that this is the question paper pattern which was given. Now these all questions will be asked like valid operator. So in one page we will write in our copy all the valid operators: arithmetic operator, relational, logical, assignment, membership and identity. So which are the logic operators, that we will write it. And next are the different types of tokens also we will write, so that if they ask which type of token it is, then we can answer our question. So 3 questions or 4 questions from this topic, that is valid identifiers, invalid identifiers, valid operators or which operator, arithmetic operator, relational operator, and then the different types of tokens. So here in identifier you can see that identifiers are the variables, function name, etc. starts with an alphabet or underscore. Identifier name cannot start with a digit. Special characters are not allowed. We can give any valid name to the identifier. Uppercase and lowercase letters are distinct. Only alphabets, digits and underscores are permitted. An identifier is used for any variable, function, data, definition, etc. Other special characters are not allowed for naming an identifier or variable. Python is case sensitive, so that uppercase letters and lowercase letters are different. The name of identifier cannot begin with a digit. However, underscore can be used as first character while declaring the identifiers. Only alphabetic characters, digits and underscores are permitted in Python language for declaring. So already we have learned this. Now here in the question it was asked which is the invalid identifier. Now the first one is valid. The second one true. True is a keyword and we are using as the Boolean literals, we are using it. T is capital, so it is a keyword. Now an identifier cannot start with a numeric value, so C is also invalid, whereas D is valid. So answer will be B and C, that is two invalid identifiers are there. Now you can see in CBSE answer sheet it is given wrong, so you can correct it in your copy that B and C both are invalid. You can write the reason also. True is a keyword and second name starts with a numeric value, so it cannot be an identifier. Next question, given the list L, write the output of print L 2:5. So this is a question of list slicing. Now in slicing you know the start, colon, stop, colon, step. Now normally we start, and if there is no step then by 1 we will increase and we will stop 1 before the stop value. So here the start is 2 and the stop is 5, means we will stop at 4. And here in L you can see, I will show you here, like if I select a pen, then I am selecting a pen here. Now this first one, you can see this first one will be a 0 index. So here this is a 0 index. Second one is a 1 index. So this is a 1 index. Third one is 2. Fourth one is 3. 82 is 3 index. 5 is 4 index. And 7 is 5 index. But we don't require till 7. Now 2 to 5 means 2 index is the 6 and 2, 3, 4. So 6, 82 and 5. You can see the answer on this right hand side. This answer is already given here. So here this 682 and 5 will be the answer in square bracket. Now next one is write the full form of CSV. This is very important, comma separated value. Next, identify the valid arithmetic operator in Python from the following. Now already you have seen that arithmetic operators, we have already gone through the arithmetic operators here. In this, you have seen that which all are the arithmetic operators, only plus, minus, slash, star, percent, double slash and double star. Only these are the arithmetic operators. So when you will go through the question, now in this question you can see here and cannot be a valid operator. So we will start from the first one. So the first one is question mark. It is not a valid arithmetic operator. Less than sign is a logical operator. Yes, double star means to the power exponentiation. So C is the correct answer. You can see answer is also given. So C is the correct answer. Now the next question is tuple. So here, which of the following is incorrect? Now tuple you can print directly using the index value. You can print the maximum of tuple, you can print the length, but you cannot change the value of tuple. Why? Because tuple values are immutable. So in the B portion, T of 2 equals to minus 29, they are changing the value of 2 index. So that is wrong. So answer will be B is wrong, as in the question it is given, which is incorrect. So B is incorrect as tuple is immutable. Now next is write a statement in Python to declare a dictionary whose keys are, now here you can see the dictionary. Yes, now in this dictionary you can see the keys are 1 to 3 and values are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So while declaring, how we declare it? Day equals to, in curly brace, since it is a dictionary, in curly brace you have to write first the keys colon the values. The values are strings, so it is written in single quotes or double quotes, and the keys are numeric value, so the keys will not be written in single quotes or double quotes. So this is the answer. You can see at the right hand side the answers are given. Now a tuple is declared as T equals to, now in round brackets, so all are values of tuple. Now what will be the sum of T? Sum of T means you add all the values. So 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 9 plus 8 is 30. So you can see the answer will be, here the answer will be 30. Clear? Now the next one is name the built-in function, mathematical function that is used to return the absolute value of a number. Now ABS you have already used last year. So ABS, and since it is a function, the parenthesis will be there. So ABS is used to return the parenthesis of. Now the next one is name the protocol. So now the network question is given here. So we will go through this. Name the protocol that is used to send emails. So here the protocol is SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, which is used to send emails. Next question. So all these questions are of 1 mark, and out of 21 you have to solve 15, 1, 5. So 6 questions you can leave. That is a choice. It is given in choice in this part A section 1. So your friend Ranjana complains that somebody has created a fake profile on Facebook and defaming her character with abusive comments and pictures. Identify the type of cybercrime for these situations. Now already you have studied about the stalking, then trolling, and so these, when somebody has created a fake account, Facebook account, so this crime is called as cyber stalking. Yes. Next is in SQL, name the clause that is used to display the tuples in ascending order of an attribute. Now, this last year sample paper was also having ascending or descending. Which clause we are using? Order by clause. So, answer will be order by clause. And if they ask you the complete syntax, order by column name. And if it is ascending, you can leave it, or ASC you can write. If it is descending, you have to write DESC. Next is in SQL, what is the use of is null operator? So is null checks whether the column contains null value or no value. So here you have to write to check if the column has null value or no value. Next question, write any one aggregate function used in SQL. Already you have learnt about max, min, count, sum and AVG. So 5 aggregate functions you have already learned. Only one you have to write. So this is very easy. This aggregate question is asked every year. So this will be asked in your paper. Any one aggregate function. So now it is very easy. So any one you can write. Either max or min or count or AVG or sum. Any one you have to write. Which of the following is a DDL command? 3 DDL commands are there. Create, alter and drop. So here the B is the correct answer. Rest 3, select, insert and update are DML commands. These you better note down in one copy. Suppose in question paper if they want to change, what they will change? DDL commands 3 you already know. Create, alter and drop. So instead of alter, if they give you create or drop, so that will be your answer. And if they ask you DML commands, then which all commands they will give you? Select, insert, update and delete. These 4 are DML commands. So one question from DDL DML they will ask you. Next is name the transmission media best suitable for connecting to hilly areas. We all know in hilly areas we are using microwave. This we have already studied, that where big buildings are there or hilly areas are there we are using microwaves for transmission. So that you have to write. Next, identify the valid declaration of L. Now here it is in square bracket. Square bracket means it is a list. So we will write here the answer is list. Next question. So options also they have given. So it is very easy now. You have to select from the options. So it will be list. Next, here you have to see take out the outputs. Now 3 to 10 means 3 to 9. So you just simply write here 0 index value, you write 0, then O is 1, M is 2. So from 3 means from P we will start and till 9 we will go. So 3, 4, 5. So here from P we will start 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 till C. So from P till C and S is capital. So from P till C you will write and S will be capital. Next question. So slicing you have already seen, it is so important. One question from list and one question from string of slicing they have asked. So we will solve slicing more questions so that 2 marks of slicing, 1 marks in this 2 questions have been asked. Next question is in SQL, write the query to display the list of tables stored in a database. Now how to see all the tables? Like we were using show tables command to see all the tables, show databases command to see all the databases, but here they have asked list of tables. So we will write here show tables, then semicolon, and it will show all the tables. Next, write the expanded form of Wi-Fi. So wireless fidelity, this we have already done in full forms. All the full forms we have to do. Next question is which of the following type of table constraints will prevent the entry of duplicate rows? Now, table constraints we are having unique as well as primary key. And only duplicate if you have to stop, you can use any one of them. Either primary key you can use or unique you can use. Now in the option they have given both. Primary key as well as unique, both they have given. So primary key is the best one. So if they ask you any one, you have to select. Like here they have asked any one, so we will select here then primary key. Clear? Next question is, because unique also prevents entering duplicate values. It allows the user to enter only once, and the duplicate values it will stop. Now rearrange the following terms in increasing order. Now small to big, increasing order. So first will be BPS, then KBPS, then MBPS, then GBPS, then TBPS. You all know kilo, then mega, then giga, then tera. Clear? So bytes per second, kilobytes means it is 1024 bytes, 1 megabyte is 1024 kilobyte, 1 gigabyte is 1024 megabyte, and 1 terabyte is 1024 gigabyte. So these are your 21 questions of section 1. Go through the questions nicely and just revise it nicely, because there are some questions like you have already seen the aggregate functions of MySQL, all the different clause like order by clause, all the different DDL commands, DML commands. So all these things you can note down in one page, all the MySQL commands. Next is the Python portion. You have already seen the slicing, 2 questions were there. Then from list, tuple, dictionary, one questions was asked. Clear? So we will go through each and every topics. Now here first is your valid or invalid, identifiers, operators. So these we were already doing in our previous classes. So these are your section 1 part A questions, 21 questions, out of which you have to solve 15, 1 5. So this is the first one. Now next video we will do for section 2. Like this 5 videos I will make for each section. Obviously you know that in section 2 you were having 2 case studies and 5 questions each case study will be having. The next one will be your part B, descriptive part. So 10 questions of 2 marks, then 4 questions. Already we have seen all these things. So we will go through those portions. So here 10 questions of 2 marks, 4 questions of 3 marks, and 3 questions of 5 marks. So for today this much is enough. You note down all the 1 to 21 questions in your copy. Solve it nicely. If you have any doubt, you just write in the comment section and we will discuss the doubts. Now next video will be for our case study. So for today it is enough. Thank you. Have a nice day.